with which player SBC should you complete? Thanks so much for Tommy, who has been absolutely hounding me to get this out, so we've done it. We're going to start off with the duo prime time UEFA pick between Zalazar and Pino. Now, this is an interesting one nonetheless, because if you were to have a look on Footbin, you can see on that left-hand side of your screen there, 73,550 coins. It's got 8% upvote to 92% downvote. Now, my argument with these cards are, do you think these cards are worth 74,000 coins on the market with full upgrades? Because if you look at the cards, and without them, 100% not worth that price at all. With them, we don't know what playstyle pluses we're getting. On top of that as well, if we were to have a look at the concept squad of these players, now, looking at both these cards, they both have 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. They're kind of around the same height, same explosive type in terms of being explosive. Centre mid, cam, right mid, as well as right mid, left mid, cam, and right wing. Now, in terms of statistics, yeah, the cards aren't terrible, but for 74,000 coins, would you still pay that? I just don't think so. Now, let's just argue Pino does get the full upgrade. He would be actually 87 rated. 1 playstyle plus, which we don't know what it is because it's random, and he'd have 2 additional base playstyles. Now, if we were to look at base playstyles, he's got 6: quick step, rapid, technical, incisive, inventive, which is like the Trivela pass, press, proven. Now, let's say they end up giving him one of these playstyles as a playstyle plus. Rapid would be the one I'd go for, or technical, but we're only 1 patch away from that being irrelevant. If he does end up getting finesse shot or low driven, this would be a much better card. But my biggest concern, as always, is the skill moves and weak foot at this point, right? In terms of roles, he's got okay roles. They're not going to change the world. Like, having no roles at right wing is a little bit disappointing. Right mid having winger plus plus, I don't mind, the same as left mid. And it's the same for Zalazar as well. Again, statistically speaking, very rounded. Not sure it's worth 74,000 coins. He'd also be 87 rated with 1 random playstyle plus, as well as having 2 white playstyles. In terms of his white players, he does have more. He's got finesse shot, which you could argue is better, but no quick step or rapid as a cam is a little bit annoying. Whip pass is not great, and Trivela and power shot I just think are wasted. And again, the roles. Really good roles at centre mid. Not great at right mid. Fantastic at cam as well with Playmaker plus plus. But I don't think these cards are worth it. And just basing that off what Footbin are saying, and I do agree with this, 73,550 550 coins is just absolutely absurd for these 2 cards. With their playstyle pluses on top of this, I still wouldn't bother, because you just don't know what you're getting. You're gambling off EA giving you something good, and we all know EA don't do that. Moving on to our next player is going to be NaNNiK Pope. Now, NaNNiK Pope is an interesting card nonetheless. One is a goalkeeper, 6'6", obviously 1-star skill moves, who cares? 3-star weak foot, who cares? Statistically speaking, looks okay. Playstyles, he's got all of them, apart from the only one I would kind of like is Deflector. But having save with feet, cross claimer, and far reach are really good playstyles for a keeper, and the roles are what they are. Now, if we look on Footbin, he's got a 57% upvote to a 43% downvote, which isn't bad. Now, this is based off his Champions League performance where he got the assist because he's got long throw. If we were to have a look at his actual card, and if we were to show you on his card here, his reactions. This is what you always got to look into when you're looking at keepers, their reactions, right? So go to show all stats. And as you can see here, 78 isn't terrible. But what you'll notice is if you select the gold card and we go to all stats, 78. Something EA never changed on keepers. So sometimes you'll be doing a keeper and you'll be like, oh, he doesn't feel any better even though he's got playstyle pluses. Is because they never changed the reactions. So typically the best keepers in the game have the best reactions. It is something to keep in mind. Now, in terms of price, like I say, he's coming in at about, 47,000, which isn't terrible. If you're a Newcastle fan, it's a good card to go for. I like the card because it's based off something that's happened in real life, which, again, you could argue isn't like a bad thing. But, again, 50,000 coins, how much would this Pope be on the market is another thing you have to consider. We are going to move over to the icon pick, which is going to be between, what's his name, Zambrotta, SEN, and of course Vidic. Now it's going at 360,000 coins, right? And again, this is quite an expensive SBC if you haven't got a lot of fodder in your club. It is a big commitment to go unassigned or lose coins in that sense in terms of completing it. Now I have Zambrotta from the max 87. Very lucky. I've seen a lot of Vidic's. I've not really played against many SENs or Zambrotta. Seems like Vidic is the more popular version. Now, if I'm right in thinking, if we go back to Footbin, I believe Vidic is the most expensive. So we're going to search what Vidic's price is. Now, I don't mind this SBC. It's 360,000. So in terms of what it offers, it is a bit better. Now, like I was saying, though, If you don't like any of these players, it's an easy skip, right? Because there's no point even like bothering in terms of that. But look, if you wanted SEN, it's 307,000 when the SBC is 50,000 more. If you wanted Zambrotta, I believe is around the same price, more or less, 287. So this is where EA are kind of getting you with this. They're making you think, oh yeah, the SBC looks great. I'm going to get Zambrotta with my untradeable. Now, of course, all the packs are untradeable. Most of them, right, from rewards. And that's kind of what EA are trying to do here. They're trying to get you to use your untradeable fodder on cards that are cheaper because you can't sell the cards you have yourself. Now, I like Zambrotta, I like Vidic, I like SN, I like all three. If you can go ahead and grind this, I think it's worth it. I think the price is a little bit steep, but at the end of the day, it's an icon. You can potentially evo him later on, and he gives chemistry, right? We're going to move on to the next player, which of course is going to be this I think her name is Rodondo. She is a women's Real Madrid card, a live card, 113,000 coins. Now, if we have a look at this card very quickly, you'll see here, 4-star, 4-star, 5'7", left mid, right wing, left wing striker. Nice stats across the board. And then she will get herself up to an 88 rated with, again, a random playstyle plus, as well as 2 white playstyles. In terms of playstyles, she's only got 5, which I think is a little bit disappointing, because let's just argue they give her finesse shot plus, or low driven plus, or first touch plus, or quick step plus. She'll have 4 playstyles then, with a playstyle plus on top, which I just don't like. I don't know if it's worth that price overall. I have no idea how the women's Real Madrid team is in the Women's Champions League. She has pretty good rolls. Again, I wish there was a little bit more improvement on there, but she does get additional rolls on top. But 113,000 coins, I just think is a little bit steep for this type of card. Again, you've got to ask yourself, how much is this card worth on the market? Pina's like 7-8k, I believe, and she's obviously the meta, if you want to call it that. In terms of the price she offers, it's just crazy. And you can see here with the likes to downlight votes, 92% to 8% is kind of where we are. But again, she's a live card, so that's probably why she's a bit pricey. Moving over to Cambiaso, which seems to be a really popular card. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill, which is really nice. Left back, right back, and left mid, which is also fantastic. In terms of stats across the board, really, really nice for this type of card. Again, he'll go to 88 rated with 4 white playstyles because he already has a playstyle plus. So he'll get 4 base playstyles altogether if he gets maximum rewards done in terms of what he needs to do. But here's a problem with me at the moment is he's only got 5 with the playstyle plus obviously counts, so technically 4. Now, if he gets the additional 4, he'd have 9 playstyles. And again, you can't choose them, but if they end up giving him a load of defensive ones and potentially a couple passing ones, we're looking at a very, very good left back here. Rolls again, wing back and attacking fullback plus, attacking wing back plus. Fantastic left back. Right back, attacking wing back. Left mid's got wide playmaker and wide midfielder plus. In terms of what his price is, he's coming in at 112. So the same price as at Rodondo. I generally think this is a better option. Now, you're just gambling on if Juventus can do well. If they finish top 8, he's going to get a playstyle plus. I don't think they will do that. Hopefully, I'm wrong. You get the appearance for sure and a win. I can see that coming. Clean sheet or no yellow or red card. He'll get that done, which is going to give him a roll and a white playstyle. The thing is, I don't know if he's going to score. Let's be honest. I don't know. He's quite attacking in real life, so potentially. But I like this card. I don't think it's a bad card overall. I think he does offer a lot. That leaves us with the next player, which of course is Player of the Month in Mbeumo. Now, Mbeumo is an interesting one because I was actually excited about this Mbeumo coming out. You can see this coming at 75,000 coins. He's got a very high like to dislike ratio, which is probably because of how big United are as a club. But we look at the card itself, 4-star skill with 3-star weak foot. He's left-footed on that right-hand side with Trivela, which means he shoots with his left foot outside. So you're going to use your outside foot across goal all the time. You can play striker, which isn't too bad. Right wing, right mid. I just think he's wasted with that playstyle. Statistically speaking, fantastic across the board. He's got 5 playstyles again. Quick step, rapid, first touch, and then inventive passing, and then game changer plus, which obviously is Trivela. I just don't know if I'd like that. And again, it does block him off for being evoed with other things until they catch up with those evolutions. In terms of roles, inside forward, poacher plus, winger plus, and then inside forward plus at right wing. So there is a lot of things suggesting that. Now, you probably have to move him over to the left-hand side in-game. I do wish he had a couple passing play styles, and maybe just a low-driven or finesse shot would have been really nice from EA to give that. I like the card a lot. Over the time frame you've got to do, which is like 3 weeks, I think he's just a nice one to get done. There isn't too much to disagree with that in terms of pricing. That then, of course, leaves us with the last icon pick here, which is, again, going to be between Beckham, Schmeichel, and, of course, Philipp Lahm. Now, this is actually 270,000 coins. And if we were to have a look at these cards, I like the look of Beckham's or Lahm in this. I don't go for keepers typically because we just get so many. And if you get a keeper from your icon SBC, like the casino one, you're always disappointed if you already have one. Now, the choice is between, for me personally, Lahm or Beckham. And if we were to have a look on Footbin at their prices again, in terms of the SBC, it's at 270. Beckham is going to come in at a price of 232, whereas Lahm is going to come in at a price of 220. So you see what I mean here? They're already 50k cheaper to buy. Now, I know, again, the argument, the only one it isn't is Schmeichel. Now, the argument would be, of course, you got untradeable fodder, but he has got 86 reactions. So going back to what I was saying about Pope, that isn't bad, and I can see why he'd be popular. My only concern is he doesn't have deflector or far reach, so with finesse shot becoming a little bit more of the meta, he may lack when it comes to that. But I do like it. It's got quite a balanced like to dislike ratio, to be honest. And again, it's the same thing with the other icon pick. Whether you are going to go ahead and get that done or not is completely down to you, whether you want those players or not. But I like those SBCs overall. I'm going to leave us with the player of the month, the 86 guy here. I think his name's Burkardt. I might pronounce that wrong. 36,000 coins for an 86 rated. Now, I already know why is a dislike so high to the likes. Now, it's 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, striker, only position you can play. Overall, though, 90 finishing, 87 shot power, good agility, balance, good composure. For a striker, bearing in mind he's got 5 play styles with finesse shot, low driven, first touch, and quick step. I know he's got precision header, we won't talk about that. He is ready to be Evo'd. We're really getting close to these Evos being 86 rated. No playstyle plus. You can also put finesse shot plus in them from the season pass if you wanted to, which of course is the same with the other players that we've covered in the individual ones. Now, in terms of roles, advanced forward plus plus, target forward plus. I don't think this is a bad card. Really easy to grind because, again, he is available for the next 22 days. You've got so long to get this card done. Now, if he does fit into an evolution, 36,000 coins I don't think is terrible, especially when you compare him to the next player on the list, which is going to be Zambo. And again, Zambo's coming at 81,000 coins. 81,000 coins for this card. I just think it's absurd. Now, I know all his stats are over 80. We're going to explain why that isn't great in a second. 3-star, 3-star. CDM, cam, centre mid. Fantastic. In terms of statistics across the board, though, the agility and balance is okay. The composure is okay. Short pass and long pass is fantastic. The pace is okay. Defending, he's 2 stats off from maximizing the tackle animation, but you can get a chem style on that. That's fine. Physicality is fine. But look at these play styles. What DM needs relentless and press proven and aerial fortress and precision header? So the only one you really need is intercept. Play him as a cam. What cam needs to have intercept, aerial fortress and precision header? Press proven and relentless is fine as a cam. As a box-to-box centre mid, he has 0 play styles in passing, which I just find lacking. Now, the argument would be evolutions, 100% agree, but this is 80,000 coins compared to the striker that was 26. Roles, look at CDM, holding plus, nothing else. No deep line playmaker. Centre mid, holding plus plus, playmaker plus, cam, playmaker plus. I just find that this is ludicrously priced compared to the 36,000 coins, not 26,000 coins, on the other striker, which is just mind-boggling to me. And then that does leave us with the last couple players here, which is Imade, which is the player of the month from the Women's League. I don't mind the card. Again, evolution potential is fine. She has got herself 3-star, 3-star, which I don't like. She is lengthy, though. 91 finishing, 89 shot power is fantastic. Composure can be boosted with a chem style. Finesse shot, position header, first touch, aerial fortress, and of course enforcer. Not terrible and good rolls. If you've got the fodder to get her done over the next couple 19 days, go ahead and do it. Not sure why there's a lot of dislike to like ratio on this, but it's one of those. And then of course that leads us to one of the more controversial ones, which is going to be Marcus Rashford. Now Marcus Rashford's got a really high dislike to like ratio at 236,000. You have a choice between the striker and the right wing, and I find that both of these cards are just the complete solar opposite of each other. Finesse shot plus would be great on this. I think the right wing is personally a little bit better, but still not great enough to put that much in. I understand if you're running a past and present Man United side, English side, or Barcelona side, Rashford's going to be great. I just feel like at this point in the game now, if you haven't done it, probably avoid that. I just wouldn't bother. And that leads us with the last one for this video, which is going to be Park Ji-sun, which I have completed. And we're going to talk about this card. So as you can see here, he's coming at 200,000 coins. At this minute in time, which I'm not going to consider in the reason why you should complete him, he has got a 99 stat boost. Now, I've changed my card design on mine, so mine's going to look a bit different. But you see now I have completed him. 3-star, 4-star, cam, right mid, centre mid, left mid. Unbelievably good agility balance. 87 short pass. 79 finishing. 84 shot power. Great dribbling and composure. Defensive awareness is really high. Yes, his stand tackle isn't great, but as a box-to-box midfielder, this guy's been unreal for me. Of course, as of right now, recording, he's got 99 pace, but that is going to change very, very soon. In terms of what he gets as well, you can see he gets another boost on the 4th of December, as well as rolls. And again, the reason why I like him, because ping pass is so good this year. Incisive pass is so good this year. On a box-to-box, having relentless and press proven is fantastic. And intercepts okay in a DM role. And you can see how many positions you can. But look, this is a beautiful thing about this card. He gets roll plus in everything. And then he's going to get a roll plus plus in everything else once December the 4th comes. Which is absolutely crazy for any sort of midfielder. It's going to help you out massively. You've still got a week to get Park done. So I recommend if you're looking for one to definitely concentrate on, definitely look at Park, but just ignore the 99 pace. Let me know which ones I've missed and which ones you are doing and not doing, and I'll catch you in the next one.